this demo is about completely monitoring. So I think a lot of people knows about monitoring. Okay, so before I start the session, I would like to know how many of you know the meaning of monitoring. If you know, you can ping me on comment section. I know, sir. Or if you don't know, you can ping I don't know. Whatever the answer, but I want response from you. Okay, so a lot of people doesn't know about here about monitoring. It's completely fine. It's completely okay. Okay, tracking logs are okay, fine. It's one of the part in the monitoring, but it's not the monitoring. So Dipti, no, okay, still. Monitoring means okay, getting the insights of the application. Okay, fine. Shenmugha class is not yet started, so nothing to worry. Monitoring means is the tracking of users' behavior. No. It's completely wrong. Okay. So let me give a clear insight for you, like what hell the monitoring is. So guys, whatever the slides I'm going to use in today's session is going to be completely user-friendly slides. So just begin the session now. First of all, what is monitoring? So generally, monitoring is nothing but observing something. Okay, in a general way, I'm talking about. See, as of now, I'm going to draw one paint here. So in this paint, I'll tell you the clear understanding of how exactly the monitoring is going to be. Before I start, I think everybody knows about DevOps, right? So in the DevOps, can anybody tell me how many number of stages we are having in DevOps? Anyone? Number of stages. Dinesh, 5 no. 5 is a wrong answer. Okay. 7 Cisa. No, Mohan, it's the wrong answer. 7 is not the correct answer. The answer is 8 actually. Okay. So what are the 8 stages in the DevOps is plan, code, okay, build, test, later release, next deploy, next operate, and finally the last stage is gonna be monitor. What is the last stage, sir, in the DevOps? Monitor. Correct, Dinesh. You simply remember the shortcut. So generally in the phase of DevOps, monitoring comes into the last stage, sir. That is what exactly we are going to discuss in today's session. Okay. So the definition of monitoring is, see, monitoring is nothing but it is a process of continuously observing, measuring and analyzing system and application. That means, see, for example, generally from the real-time point of view, when we are having a server, okay, inside this server only we are going to deploy any application. So a lot of people know about this one. Inside the server only we are having the application. So now what is going to happen, you know, whenever you deploy the application, lot of people, I mean like some hundreds and thousands and millions of people are going to send the request to the server. Okay, from the server, the request will go to application actually. So here we are going to continuously check how many requests are getting to the server. Okay, what is the load of the server and how much of a CPU utilization is going around, how much of RAM is being utilization, how much of system is going to be utilization. This we are going to measure. Okay, so in the real time, you are going to get one word called metric. Metric. This is very important in the terms of monitoring. Metric is nothing but CPU, RAM, and disk utilization. So guys, definitely this is one of the most frequently asked interview question from you. So there is nothing to forget about this one. Whenever I speak about metrics, this indicate CPU utilization, RAM utilization, and disk utilization of the system. So is the point number 1. What are the metrics? Clear for all of you know? Can you please confirm in chat box? Everybody. Okay, so I'm getting clean response from you. That's great. So guys, for every 5 minutes, I'm going to take continuous response from you. So try to give me the response whenever I ask some question. Okay. At the end of the class, we are going to have Q&A part. So nothing to worry about the Q&A part. Okay. Okay, sir. You said about initially in the server, we are going to deploy the application. So users are going to access the application through the server. So here in the server, majorly we are going to focus about the getting metrics. Metrics are nothing but CPU, RAM, and disk utilization of server. That is very, very clear. And the second point is going to be monitoring ensure that operate efficiently, safely, and without disruption. That means, see, if you are continuously monitoring our server, so we will know the CPU and RAM utilization and load utilization also. So whenever the CPU or like load is very high, okay, through the monitoring, we can check how much of load we are having, and we can take the appropriate measure to decrease the load of the server. And monitoring help identify the performance issue. For example, if you are having a server, in that server you are having application, it is also going to check the performance of the server. How the server is performing. Is it performing very speedily or very slowly, or is it dead completely? So these kind of things are also going to identified by the monitoring part. And apart from this, we are going to have cyber security threats. I mean, we can identify them. And finally, we can see the unauthorized access also. Of course, we can create some custom dashboards. In that custom dashboards, we can also go into check all of them. So I repeat again, this session is about completely monitoring. Monitoring is nothing but it's a process of continuous observation, measuring and system and performance of the applications. Okay, these we are going to analyze how through the form of metrics. Actually, metrics means we already know CPU, RAM, and disk utilization. So monitoring also makes sure this whatever the server we are having, it is going to operate very efficiently, securely, and without any disruption. And finally, it is also going to identify the performance based issue, whether the server is working very slowly or very speedily, and it can detect the unauthorized access to the server and even some cyber threats also. Can call it as vulnerabilities and so on. So this is the monitoring part, what you need to understand. Okay, okay, fine, sir, you said about monitoring. But my next question is, if I go to the next slide here, I'll tell you the importance of monitoring. See, the main importance of the monitoring is early issue detection. What is the meaning of this point? For example, if your application or if your server is going to have some issues, that issue is going to be detected in the monitoring stage before the issue will happen. Okay, that means from this diagram point of view, user is sending the request to application through the server actually. So what is going to happen? If the server CPU is almost on 99%, it is about to crash. Okay, it is about to crash completely. In that case, from the monitoring dashboard, we can check CPU utilization is 99%. Our system load is 99%. So before the destruction happen, we can go to the dashboards of the monitoring server, and we can able to check what are the issues we are going to happen in the future. That is the point number one. And point number two is going to be business continuity. Business continuity means monitoring will ensure that whatever the servers you are having, these servers are going to run continuously without having downtime. And here the meaning of downtime is, lot of people doesn't know about this one. Downtime means if my system is unavailable for 10 minutes, downtime is 10 minutes. If my system is unavailable or stopped for 1 minute, downtime is 1 minute. So the downtime is nothing but how much of time your application is unavailable. That is the meaning of downtime. With the help of monitoring, even we can minimize the downtime also. And user experience. So monitoring help us to make the user experience smoother and more reliable from the end user point of view. So these are the importance. Again, monitoring is nothing but it's a process of observing the system and applications. It will make sure your application is running very securely, smoothly, without any disruption, and finally it is going to identify the performance issues, security issues, and so on. Coming to the importance, it will detect the early issues. It is going to help the business continuity by running servers all the time without having downtime, and it is going to increase the user experience by making the server running very smoothly. So it is what is monitoring and what is the importance of monitoring. Are these two slides clear for all of you? Can you please confirm? Everybody, all of you. Yeah, all of you, that's great. So try to be give like response like this till the end of the class. Okay. So I'm getting a great response. That's really great. Highly appreciated. Now the thing is, I'll ask one question. Do you know really how many kind of monitorings we are having? Lot of people will tell about monitoring, whether might be in YouTube or like wherever the things you learn from others. So lot of people will tell about monitoring, but the question is how many kind of monitorings we are having. So if you know the answer, you can tell me. What are the types of monitorings we are having in real time? Splunk is a monitoring tool. Okay. So Venkatesh, real user monitoring, no Venkatesh? No, no. I'll tell what is the difference between Splunk and Prometheus Grafana, okay? So nothing to worry, just give me a couple of minutes. Watch, no, no, guys, you are telling about the monitoring tools actually. What I am talking about are different, like both are different. So now I'll tell you, yes, correct. Your answer is correct, Saurabh. See, point of view, generally monitoring is going to classify into three different types. First one is going to be infrastructure monitoring, or you can call it as IT also, IT monitoring or infrastructure monitoring. Second one, security monitoring. Third one, business and marketing monitoring. I'll discuss about IT monitoring. We are having server monitoring in the first place, network monitoring, database monitoring, cloud monitoring, and finally app M. So a lot of people doesn't know about this one. It is related to your application performance. So all will come under IT monitoring. Again, server, network, database, cloud, and finally application performance monitoring. All this will be coming under. Second one is going to be security monitoring, like logs, how to check the logs and everything, endpoints, and finally CM. So these are the security monitoring things. And last will be business and marketing monitoring. So here we are having website monitoring, social media monitoring, customer feedback monitoring. So here we are not at all going to concern about security business monitoring. In this demo, we are primarily focusing on the IT monitoring. In the real-time point, what DevOps team will monitor means DevOps team is going to monitor the below things. We are going to monitor the servers, network, database, cloud, and finally application performance. So these are the areas what exactly we are going to monitor from the DevOps point of view. So now again tell me from the DevOps point of view, which monitoring we are going to do, sir? What kind of monitoring we are? Tell me your response in chat box, all of you. ID, correct. Correct, Chintu. So remember this point, all of you need to. So whenever if you go for interview, they will ask you a question, what kind of monitoring you have done? Don't tell that Prometheus. Okay, what kind of monitoring means? We done the IT infrastructure monitoring. IT infra is nothing but again in IT infra we are having server, network, database, and application. So in today's session, I'm going to talk about server monitoring as well as cloud monitoring. These are the two things what we are primarily focusing in today's session. Okay. Of course, even we can do database monitoring also. As of now, I'm primarily focusing on the how to monitor server and cloud in the real-time point of view. Okay. So let's get begin. So the thing is, okay, sir, you said about monitoring in a very good way. See, my question is, let's take a user. For example, if you are having a user, whenever if user is sending a request, the request will go to server only. So you are using Netflix, you are using Facebook, you are using YouTube, and you are using Zomato. Every application is going to be hosted on a server. So from your lab or from your desktop or even from your mobile, whenever you send a request to the server, to the application, initially the request will go. For example, let's say I am typing a Netflix.in. The Netflix application is hosted on the Netflix server only. Here also, typing Swiggy. So ultimately, the request is going to Swiggy application, which is in the Swiggy server. And here, if I type Instagram, okay. So request is going to the is hosted on the Instagram server. So don't think whenever if you are typing the request is application. No. First of all, the request will go to server. From the server only, the request will go to the application. So before I go for the next slide, so is the slide number 1, 2, 3, and 4 clear for all of you? Can you please confirm in chat box? What is monitoring? Types of monitoring, importance of monitoring. Okay, so it's clear for all of you. Sir, who is monitoring security? Discuss this at later, Chandan. Okay, as of now, just focus on the server monitoring. Okay, fine. So before I go for the next, ask you one more thing also. Today is Sunday, right? So generally, what Sunday is famous for? Sunday, like what's gonna be your favorite thing in Sunday? Our concept is gonna be relevant to your answer only. Yeah, Lahir, it's chicken. Chicken biryani. Omkar, it is shopping for you. Huh? Okay. And Chetan, it is party and Shadab sleeping. Huh? Okay, so let me go. So generally, as it is Sunday, so everybody is have their favorite meal called biryani. 99.9% will go for biryani only. So in today's session, whatever the concepts I'm gonna teach you, I think I'm gonna teach you in the chicken biryani way only. Trust me. Okay. So what? But everything is going to available in the YouTube, so there is nothing to worry about this, guys. Sunday, sir, you are taking the workshop, but I am really craving for biryani. Tell me when the done. Why? Because I want to go for biryani. So nothing to worry. I'll complete everything by 11:30. But before take the chicken biryani, sir. But you are staying on PG. You don't know how to cook. So the next thing what you are going to do is ultimately you are going to open the Swiggy application. Correct or not, sir? Definitely. So if you are wait, your voice is breaking. Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. Okay, I hope so. My voice is good for all of you. Can you confirm me once? Is my audio good for all of you now? Yeah. So if you get any glitch in the audio, just let me know. Okay. Okay. So as we discussed here, whenever a user send a request, okay. So request will go to the server. From the server, it's gonna be application. So now, if you want to order the biryani, the first thing what you're gonna do is you are going for Swiggy application. So you open the Swiggy application. You want to order the biryani. Unfortunately, today you found that Swiggy is going to give you the very good offer for all of you. This offer is going to be, so in the Shadosh restaurant, you are going to get the mutton biryani for 100 rupees. How much rupees, sir? 100 rupees. Now tell me one thing, whenever you are getting such good offers, definitely you are going to order the mutton biryani or not, sir? Tell me, yes or no? Yes, definitely. Why? Because everybody loves biryani, so it's one of the favorite dish in the world for everyone. So definitely, whenever you are getting such good thing for very less cost, ultimately you are going to order. But here there is a thing. Now, before you order, what is the first thing you're gonna tell? You know, of course, we all are kind-hearted guys. Actually, the first thing you're gonna tell is you are going to call to your friends and gonna tell, "Hey, macha, mutton biryani is coming for 100 rupees only in Swiggy." So ultimately, what you're gonna do is you are going to say this news to every of your friend actually. So ultimately, whenever you intimate to your friends that mutton biryani is coming for only 100 rupees, ultimately these people are going to order the mutton biryani from Swiggy. Correct or not, sir? Am I correct? Definitely. Why? Because I said, na, we all are kind-hearted people. So once we get the benefit, we will think our friend also need to get the same benefit. So you said like that. So now, ultimately, you send this news to only 3 of your friends, and again these 3 of the friends are sent to 100 people already. So now ultimately, whenever if hundreds of people are going to order the biryani from Swiggy, ultimately Swiggy server is going to get the load. That's a quite natural thing. Yes, Sirish, like starring movie only. So I said the news for 3 people, you spread the news for 3 other people. Okay. So like this, whenever some hundreds of people came to know about this news, ultimately these people are going to send the request to server. Like see, for example, I'm opening Swiggy here, swiggy.com. So ultimately, if 100 people send request to Swiggy server, ultimately the server is going to get lot of load, sir. So whenever these users send lot of requests, ultimately server couldn't able to take this request. Okay, why? Because there are too many requests. Now server is almost all going to get the complete load, sir. Now in this case, whenever the server is getting heavy load, now we are going to monitor the server. Why? Because to check the load and performance of server. So here is the place where we are going to use the monitoring tool, sir. Okay, my question is, you are telling that we are going to monitor the servers. Why? Because to check the system performance as well as system disk, CPU and RAM utilization, that is metrics and so on. But my question is, in the field of DevOps, there are some hundreds of monitoring tools, literally, of course. Here I am showing you only 8 to 10 tools, but trust me guys, there are some hundreds of tools in the DevOps only for monitoring. So Sensu, Liberato, PagerDuty, Taticel, TaskTop, Prometheus, Kibana, Splunk, Nagios, Dynatrace, Datadog, CloudWatch, Jabix, of course, whatnot. So literally, if I start telling now, it will take 1 hour to complete all these tools. But I'm talking about one of the major tools in today's session. See, among all of these tools here, whatever you are seeing, the number 1 tool in the market for monitoring the servers is going to be Prometheus and Grafana. I am not telling this one, sir. ChatGPT is telling. Okay. Even though if you don't believe me, just believe ChatGPT. In the ChatGPT, I am telling what is the best monitoring tool in real time based on user experience. If you type this prompt, actually, see what is the first thing you are going to get is here. I mean, like it is not the correct prompt. Wait. It's not in the user experience based on flexibility for custom dashboards in free and open source. Why? Because some of the dashboards, what you are seeing, are not really free and open source, sir. So in the meanwhile, I'll go for the next thing. Yes, see, if you can go and see Grafana and Prometheus. The first thing what you are going to get is Prometheus and Grafana only. Damn sure. See, what is the prompt I have given? What is the best monitoring tool in real time based upon open source and flexibility for custom dashboard in free and open source? Okay. What is the first thing you are going to get is Prometheus and Grafana only. So literally, if you ask me, not only me, if you go for 100 companies, out of 100 companies, 90 companies will prefer for Prometheus and Grafana. Why? Because literally it is going to be number 1. So what I can say is, I got a number 1. Okay, literally. Why? Because guys, trust me, even though there are some hundreds and thousands of tools in the market available, whatever the features that is going to be offered by Prometheus and Grafana is not going to be offered by any other tools. So this is the reason why I said Prometheus and Grafana is going to be number 1. Okay, I think a lot of people doesn't know about this meme actually. It is one of the old meme in Telugu. It's okay to make the concept in interesting. I use this meme. Fine. Now tell me, sir, what is the number 1 tool in the marketing, like market for the monitoring, sir? Can anyone tell me? What is the number 1 tool in the market for monitoring? Yes, correct. Prometheus. Yes, for it's free and open source. It's not a paid one actually. It's completely open source. So remember, if somebody asks you what is the best tool for monitoring in real time is, the answer you gotta tell is Prometheus and Grafana only. Okay. So guys, no need to type full name Prometheus and Grafana. Just to type PNG. This is what I call PNG stand for Prometheus and Grafana. So next time whenever I ask the question, just type PNG. No need to type Prometheus and Grafana, very lengthy word. Okay, hope that's clear now. Fine. Okay, sir. Now you said that Prometheus and Grafana is going to be number one tool in the market for monitoring. Then next question is what held up Prometheus? See, I am going to make the theory in a short and sweet manner. I don't want to make the theory in very lengthy paragraphs. I'm gonna make the concept in a easy and in understandable way. So if we go here, Prometheus is the tool what exactly we are going to discuss, and it is a free and open source tool. That means if I want to use this Prometheus tool for monitoring, I need not to pay any kind of amount, and it is completely open source. Open source means it is open for everyone. You can download and you can modify as per your choice. Next, majorly we use Prometheus for cloud native applications. And what is the meaning of cloud native application? The application which is coded, built, tested, and deployed end to end in the cloud, that is what we're going to call as cloud native application. So the purpose of this tool is to monitor the servers. Okay, purpose of this tool is monitoring the servers. And sir, what it is going to monitor? It is going to monitor like metrics like CPU, RAM, and disk, and so on. So whatever the metrics collected by Prometheus, it is going to store that metrics in the time series database. What is the meaning of time series database? For example, let's say I am going to have this server. Now in this server, I want to monitor everything. So already I install Prometheus and Grafana here. So once if you install, it is going to monitor the metrics actually. Metrics of any server. In this metrics, we are having CPU, RAM, and even disk information also. Of course, load and everything. So the thing I want to tell you is, whenever you are having the metrics here, every metric is going to store on the database. That is what I can call as time series database. This is very important. So damn sure in interview question they will ask you, whenever you are monitoring any server, Prometheus will collect the metrics. And where these metrics are going to store? The answer is going to be time series database. What is the meaning of time series database? For example, in the morning 9 a.m., I'm going to draw one table for you to make it realistic. In the morning 9 a.m., the CPU utilization is 70%, sir. When 9 a.m. At 10 a.m., CPU utilization is 80%. At 11 a.m., CPU utilization is 84%. Like that, it is going to store metrics for each and every hour. Of course, literally it can store metric for each and every second also. That is what I can call as time series database. So, and once if Prometheus is observing the CPU utilization is going more than 90%, ultimately it is going to send a mail. So that is going to happen with the help of alert managing tool. So here we can integrate this Prometheus with alert managing tools like email, mobile, Slack, PagerDuty, and so on. There are a lot of channels where we can integrate Prometheus to send the mails. That means from your server, see it is your server. What is my condition? I want to get a notification when the CPU utilization is greater than 90%. Ultimately, this will send an email to my mobile or Slack or Microsoft Teams, whatever it can be. How it is going to be done? We can integrate this Prometheus with service like Slack, PagerDuty, email, and even Microsoft Teams also. And to access this Prometheus dashboard, here we are going to use the port number called 9090. It is the standard fixed port number for Prometheus. Definitely you need to remember this one. And to show the output, see whatever we discussed is sir, Prometheus is going to store data in time series database, right? For example, let's say I want to check what is the CPU utilization at morning 11 a.m. In that case, I can run that query. What I can run? Query. If I run this query, ultimately it is going to tell me what is the CPU utilization at morning 11 a.m. And sir, how you are going to run the query? We are having a special language called PromQL. PromQL, that stands for Prometheus Query Language. Damn sure question for you in the interview. So from the Prometheus Query Language, if I run the query, that is going to fetch the information from the time series database. Like that. So again, I'm recapping everything here. So listen carefully. Name of the tool is Prometheus. It is free and open source tool. It is going to majorly use for cloud native application for monitoring purpose. The purpose is to monitoring the server. In server, what it is going to monitor means metrics. What are the metrics? CPU, RAM, disk, and so on. So whatever the metrics that Prometheus is collecting, it is going to store data in a time series database. Time series database means it is going to store metrics on the time format. Actually, for morning 9 a.m. what is the CPU, morning 9:1 a.m., 9:2, 9:3, 9:4, 9:5, for each and every minute, even for each and every second also it can store. So we can integrate Prometheus to some of the channels like email, mobile, and Slack. Why? Because if the CPU utilization of a server is exceeding more than 70, 80, 90%, we can trigger one alarm, just like we do in CloudWatch. And the port number of the Prometheus is going to be 9090. And to show the data in Prometheus time series database, we are going to run PromQL. So PromQL stands for Prometheus query language. It is going to retrieve data. It is going to retrieve data from the time series database. Okay. So again, 2 times I have discussed this one. Now third time I am going to tell everything. So if you miss the first time, second time, so please listen for the third time. See, initially it is my server. If I want to monitor these servers, okay, what we are going to do is here we are going to connect this server to Prometheus main server. So once if I connect to Prometheus main server, it is going to monitor the metrics. It is going to monitor the metrics. What is the meaning of metrics? CPU, RAM, disk, and so on. So once it collects the metrics, these metrics are going to store in the time series database, TSDB, time series database. That means at morning 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 a.m., 1 a.m., what is the CPU, RAM utilization? Everything is going to store on time series database. Okay. And in future, if I want to get what is the CPU utilization at morning 11 a.m., in that case, I can run the query that is called as PromQL, Prometheus query language. This is responsible to get the data from the time series database. And the port number of Prometheus is going to be 9090. That's it, sir. So guys, we discussed what is Prometheus literally 3 times. Now, before I go for the next slide, is the concept of what is Prometheus and how it is working clear for all of you? Can you please confirm in chat box? Everybody. Yeah. So guys, I need response from all the 130 people who are attending the meeting. Why? Because my class are going to be interactive. So it's not like one way. But every 5 minutes, I'm going to take response from you. Okay, it's great. It's literally great. Fine. So I'm getting care from all of you. Okay, so it is said about Prometheus. But there is one more tool called Grafana. What the hell is Grafana? See, Grafana is nothing but, again, it is a free and open source tool. See, Prometheus is going to collect the data and it is going to store on database one. But the thing is, every time if I want to see data of CPU, I need to run the query. So all the times it is not going to possible. For this purpose, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one dashboard. What I'm going to create one dashboard. What this dashboard will do, without running queries, it is going to show data from the user interface. Again, I'm telling Prometheus will take the data and going to store on time series database. But if I want to get the data, I have to run the query. So every time you can't run the query, that is the reason we are using Grafana. What this Grafana will do, whatever the data collected by Prometheus, whatever the data is collected by Prometheus, that data is going to be taken by Grafana, and this Grafana is going to create the dashboard based upon the data. And the port number is going to be 3000. Okay, and we can integrate a Grafana with lot of channels like email, mobile, Slack, just like we used to integrate with Prometheus. And finally, if you want to log into Grafana dashboard, so the default username is going to be admin and password. So again, third time I'm repeating, Prometheus will collect data and going to store on time series database. So if I want to see data, I need to run the PromQL. So for example, every time if I want to see data, I need to run this query only. For this purpose, we are going to create dashboard based upon the data. But how to create the dashboard? If I want to create dashboard, we need to use tool called Grafana. Again, it's free and open source. It is to create the monitoring dashboards per server. Port number is 3000, and it can integrate with the email, mobile, and Slack, just like Prometheus integrate. And finally, to log into Grafana, username is admin and password. So is the theory about Grafana clear for all of you? Can you please confirm all of you once? Everybody. Yes, Farid, correct. Yes, Satya, given Prometheus, we can integrate with applications and we can get data also. Okay. So hope these two queries are clear for you. Fine. So Prometheus is done and Grafana is done. Now there is one more main component called node exporter. This is very important component. See, node exporter is nothing but it's a data source. For example, if you want to monitor any server, if I want to monitor any server, in that server I need to install node exporter. See, node exporter purpose is to send metrics from worker node to Prometheus. Okay, and the port number is going to be 9100. I'll tell you about the node exporter clearly in the next slide. So if you go to next slide, from the real time, see, this is how exactly we are going to monitor the real time applications. Whatever the architecture you are seeing, the same architecture be followed for our company, and the same thing I am explaining now. See, in the real time, we are literally going to have some hundreds of servers. Okay, so I am taking 5 servers here for your clarity. So we are going to create one main server that is called as monitoring server. So in this monitoring server, what we are going to do is we are going to install Prometheus and Grafana. What we are going to install, sir? Prometheus and Grafana. So once you install Prometheus and Grafana, now this will become main monitoring server. Now to monitor the application servers, we are going to create the application servers and we are going to connect the application servers to main server. But remember, if you create the application server, this doesn't directly go and give data to the monitoring server. In every application server, definitely you need to install node exporter. It might be application server, it might be web server, it might be database server. See, if you want to monitor any server, first of all, you need to connect them to the main monitoring server. And after connecting, you need to install node exporter. Unfortunately, if you don't install node exporter, you cannot able to monitor your worker server with main server. So again, I'm repeating second time for all of you. In my real time, first of all, we will create the main monitoring server. So here I am installing Prometheus and Grafana. After I install, I will create some worker nodes. So this can be web server, SAP server, and database server. So after I create them, I need to connect them to the main monitoring server. But if you connect this worker nodes to main monitoring server, our main monitoring server is not going to monitor them. Why? Because in the worker nodes or in the application database or web server nodes, you need to install node exporter. Without installing node exporter, your server cannot be monitored. So node exporter is nothing but an agent here. What is the node exporter here? We can call it as simply an agent. Lot of people doesn't know what is the meaning of agent. I'll tell you one thing. Agent is nothing but if you install any software in the worker node, that is what is called as agent. See, to connect to the main server, if you install any software in the worker node, that is what we can call as agent. So this is how exactly we are going to monitor the server. So that is the server monitoring architecture. Clear for all of you? Can you please confirm in chat box all of you once? Everybody. Is the architecture clear? Okay, that's really great. So it's understandable for all of you. I'm very happy with it. Okay, sir, you said about the architecture and you said about what is a node exporter from this Grafana. But my thing is, yeah, correct, Yugesh. How to do all of them? Sir, you said about the architecture, but literally my question is, how much of time it will take? That is the thing. So I am not gonna answer this question. So Kiran, I'll come to your question. Okay, okay, I'll come to your question. Question and answers part we will discuss at end. Why? Because currently I am teaching the concept now. So once the concept is done, we will discuss dots and queries part. Okay. Now the thing is actually, sir, if I want to install, literally how much of time it will take? That is the question. Now the simple answer is, first of all, I don't tell the answer for this. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, sir. Okay, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. If I go to ChatGPT, literally I'm asking ChatGPT, how much of time it require to download, I mean like install setup and configure Prometheus, Grafana, and node exporter. Okay, I'm asking to ChatGPT. I'm not giving the answer. I'm asking to ChatGPT. See what ChatGPT is telling, sir. Sir, if you go to ChatGPT, just see this one. Sir, to install Prometheus, how many minutes it is taking? 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. For installing node exporter, 5 minutes. For configuring Prometheus, 10 to 15 minutes. For installing Grafana, 5 to 10 minutes. And again, dashboard creation and everything, 15 to 20 minutes. On an average, sir, can anyone tell me what is the rough estimated time here on an average? Everybody, what is the average time then? So it's 40 to 60 minutes. Guys, trust me one thing. Here ChatGPT is telling that 40 to 60 minutes. That means average we can take 50 minutes on an average. But sir, literally as a DevOps engineer, are we really going to take 1 hour of time to do all of this stuff? My simple answer is for this one, no sir. So the reason why I'm telling you, it is going to be very, very difficult for all the students. For that purpose, what I can tell is, it's me, students. So what are the problem we are having is, so guys, please don't spend this much of time in installing and configure. You should not need to spend this much of time, sir. Okay? Whatever the problems you are having, for your problem, what is the meaning of that one, I heard it and I'm here to help you. So it's a Telugu meme actually. That's okay. So the people who doesn't know about this meme meaning, that means I heard your problem and I am here to provide the solution. Okay. So the thing is, I already developed a very high-end script to install, automate everything, sir. So if you go to my repository, there is my repository actually. Let me show you. It's my GitHub repository. So I'll recommend everyone to go to this repository. In this repository, I'm having all setups. What is the meaning of all setups? See, I have worked in automation in lot of ways in my real-time companies. Okay. Whenever I worked in my real-time, I never done any manual work. I always used to go for automation work only. As a part of my automation work, and the people who doesn't know about me, I'm a DevOps R&D engineer. R&D stands for research and development actually. So my thing is to automate everything in the real-time point of view. As a part of automation, in my real-time, I developed some scripts actually. That script name is going to be PJ. Okay, PJ stands for Prometheus Grafana Node Exporter, sir. So this is the script what exactly you need to have. Okay, if you use this script, trust me, within 30 seconds, how much of time I'm telling? Within 30 seconds. Within 30 seconds, you can be able to install everything. So if you want me to tell, literally, if you ask me, sir, how much of time do you require to install all of them? Means if you ask me for Prometheus, I will take only 5 seconds of time, sir. How much time? For Prometheus, I'll take only 5 seconds. But sir, in the ChatGPT, how much of time is taking for Prometheus? For installing only 5 minutes to 10 minutes. And again for configuring 10 to 15 minutes. But how you can do within 5 seconds? Okay, keep that. For Grafana, 10 seconds. Node exporter, literally 1 second. I'm talking about installing and configuration both, sir. Sir, ChatGPT is telling that it is going to take 40 minutes, but how come you do everything within 20 to 30 seconds? Before I go, I would like to ask you one thing. Do you really think is it really going to possible to set up everything within 20 seconds? How many of you believe? If you believe, you can tell I can believe. If you don't, you can tell it is not possible. But I want response from all of you guys. Just tell me yes or no. If you believe that is going to be possible, give me the response yes. If you don't believe, give me the answer no. Okay. Okay. Okay, I am seeing that a lot of people know it is not possible. Okay, fine. Some people are telling it is possible. Of course, my PhD student know the answer actually. Okay. So, but the lot of the things I'm getting is, sir, it is not possible. Okay. So now the thing I want to tell you is, so the people who said it is not possible, I'll tell you one thing. ఇది గుర్తుంచుకో తర్వాత మాట్లాడుకుందాం. That means remember this word, we'll speak it later. Okay. So let's go and check it out. So in front of you lively, I'm creating a new server here. This is the name what I'm giving it as monitoring server. Okay. See guys, I'm creating the fresh new server in front of you only. And I'll give the script for you. Give me a moment. I'm taking the key pair. I'm selecting one security group. That's it. My server got created. See, I'm going to make this as monitoring server. Okay. See guys, I'll make sure our webinar is not going to be boring. So definitely I'll make sure it's going to be one of the interesting that you ever attended. See, I'm connected to the server here, CD desktop, rest. Yeah. At the end of the day, you are going to have a very big surprise. Don't leave the meeting after once webinar is done. I'm going to give one surprise for all of you. Okay, just be ready for it. Yes, Sankit, you are going to get this recording workshop as well in the YouTube, so there is nothing to worry. But don't leave the meeting until the meeting end. Okay, I'm going to give one surprise for all of you. Yeah. So I'll be going to copy the script here. I'll copy the script here. And now I'm going to install everything. See, in this script, I'm having Prometheus Grafana node exporter. So the script name I put as PJ. It's a nickname actually. Why the reason I put PJ is P for Prometheus, Grafana, G for Grafana, and N for node exporter. Okay, just like a nickname. Sir, once you paste your script, now simply if I run this script, sir, how much of time I said, sir? Literally 30 seconds. But ChatGPT is taking how many minutes? Almost 1 hour, right? So see, within 30 seconds, your setup is going to be completely done. Prometheus already installed, sir. Now Grafana is installing. See, I'll give the script link at the end of the session. Okay. See, Grafana is installing. That is also done. And finally, it is time for node exporter. That's it, sir. Everything is set up. So now tell me how much of time it took, sir. Guys, all of you, how much of time it took? Give me a response. Is it took more than 30 seconds or less than 30 seconds? Yes, yes, all of you. So only 10 seconds, 15 to 30. So this is how exactly my scripts are going to work. Guys, trust me, whatever the tool in the DevOps, tell me I'm going to make a script for you. Okay. I literally prepare script for each and every tool. If you can go and see, for ArangoDB, for Ansible, for Argo CD, for Docker Compose, for Grafana, for Helm, for Jenkins, for JFrog, for Loki and Prompted, for Nagios, for Netflix application, for OpenTofu, for Terraform, for SonarQube, whatever, man. Every tool in the DevOps, whatever I'm going to teach for you. Everything I'm having automation script. Okay. Okay, sir. You said about the script. Now the thing is, I want to see the output. Of course, you are telling setup is done, but how can we believe? Still also we are not going to believe. So that is the reason I am going to show the output for you. What is the port number of Prometheus, sir? 9090. If you go and see, the dashboard of Prometheus is open. Are you able to see it? Yes. And what is the port number of Grafana? 3000. Go and give 3000. It's open. There you go. You are able to get everything. So now I'll show you how to connect to server. So username is going to be admin and password is also going to be admin. Okay, and you can put your new username here. I'm giving the new username here. Yeah, so the dashboard is ready. That's it. So now, for example, let's say in the Prometheus, I want to get the disk information or I want to get the CPU information. So in that case, go and give CPU. If I give node CPU total seconds, okay, if I click on execute, ultimately I'll get the output. Wait. Go and type CPU. Click on execute. Are you getting the node CPU seconds or not, sir? This is what we are going to execute. And if you see, it is going to show everything in a time-based format. You can see the time format here. It is a time format actually. Sorry, here is the time format and here are the values. Okay. In the same way, I want to get disk information. Just simply type disk here, no disk info. Click on execute. It is going to give the data, but data is on table format. If you are not comfortable with table format, click on graph. Sir, are you seeing the disk information in the graph format or not, sir? Are you able to see it? I'm having only one disk here. If you can go and see, clearly I have only one disk for the server. The disk name is going to be XVDA, like that. But sir, the thing is, every time if I want to see information like this, I cannot go and run the queries. For that purpose, go to Grafana and create the dashboard. And trust me, if you want to create the dashboard, it will literally take 5 seconds for you. How many seconds? 5 seconds only. Let me show you. First of all, copy the Prometheus public IP address and port number. Go to Grafana. See, I have given the step-by-step process for you. If you can go and see, here is the connection. First of all, connect to Grafana dashboard. Here we need to click on data source. Click on add Prometheus, URL of Prometheus. Everything is going to given for you, so there is nothing to worry. So I am going to show everything in the dashboard. Click on data source. Now here Prometheus we need to select, and here we need to use the Prometheus URL. A node exporter will install later in dash, okay? So I am giving the Prometheus URL and click on save. The moment once you click on save and test, I'll click on plus symbol. In this plus symbol, you can click on import dashboard. So one of the dashboard I'm going to give is 1860. I'll tell you where the IDs are coming from at the later. As of now, don't worry about how the ID is coming. Click on load and select your Prometheus data source. Click on import. That's it, sir. Your beautiful dashboard is running in front of you. Are you able to see dashboard here now? Guys, are you able to see dashboard? All of you. Can you please confirm? Yes, great. So this is how exactly we are going to create dashboards in real time. So trust me guys, dashboard creation is very easy. It is very easy. But all you need to have is a right learning path. Okay, fine. Sir, you said the dashboard here. Now my thing is, as per the previous architecture, first of all, in the monitoring server, you install Prometheus Grafana. But now my thing is, I want to monitor the worker node. See, whatever the dashboard you are seeing now is Prometheus dashboard only. I mean, this server dashboard only you are seeing, sir, here. Monitoring server dashboard only you are seeing. But I want to monitor the worker nodes here. Let's say I am going to take 2 worker nodes here and I want to monitor both of the worker nodes. In that case, what I can do, simply I go here and quickly I'm going to create 2 servers here. So it is going to be server number 1. See, I'm creating 2 worker nodes in front of you right now. So guys, it's not a predefined setup, okay? I'm setting everything lively in front of you. So I'm taking the key pair here. Click on security groups. All. See, now I created 2 worker nodes here in front of you. One is the server number 1 and other one is going to be server number 2. I'm modifying the server names here, okay? So now I'll connect to both of them here. So after creating both of them, if you observe the diagram here, what we need to install in both of the worker nodes here to connect to main server? Sirisha, we can monitor everything. Even we can monitor the pods, containers, whatever you want to monitor, you can monitor. Not only 2, you can monitor hundreds also. Hundreds of servers, hundreds of nodes, and hundreds of pods also. Yeah. So now I have already created 2 servers. In this server, I'm going to install node exporter. So I'll be going here and I'm connecting to my worker nodes here. In this worker node, I'm going to install node exporter. Of course, I'm already having the script for node exporter here. Let me go to my GitHub again. So it's my GitHub and it's going to be all setups. Okay. So here I'll be going for node exporter. So node exporter is already there as a separate script here. I'll copy. Guys, if you remember, ChatGPT said that to install node exporter, it is going to take 5 minutes of time. How many minutes of time, sir? 5 minutes. But here I am going to install node exporter within only 1 second. Already I shown you previously also, but again I'll show you one more time. See. Yeah, Sirisha, we can monitor the application also. Okay. For that purpose, we need to do different configuration, which we will discuss later. As of now, just see the server configuration. See, I have installed node exporter. It will take literally 1 second. See. Boom. Done, sir. Node exporter is done. You can see 33 milliseconds ago it got activated. That means less than 1 second. So you install node exporter on server number 1. Currently, if you can go and see, you can see only one server, right? But I'm gonna show you how to add second server also. So to add the servers to the dashboard, what we are gonna do is you need to go to main dashboard server, sir. See, this point also I have given very clearly in the notes. If you scroll the notes here, this notes is going to have adding the servers. First of all, create two worker nodes. After creating two worker nodes, you need to go to monitoring server. In the monitoring server, we need to open the file called VIM etc host. Go here in the monitoring server, VIM etc hosts. So here we are going to discuss about IP address. Sir, whatever the server you want to monitor. See, I want to monitor my server number 1. Copy the public IP address of your server number 1 and write it as server 1. Or you can give it as worker 1. Worker 1 or server 1, anything is fine, sir. The moment if you save, okay, the moment if you save, and coming to the next step, if you go back here, already we install node exporter, sir. We done this one. So now the thing is, you need to restart Prometheus.service. It is the command actually. Once if you restart, you can see the new dashboard. Remember, if you modify any service, we need to restart the service. I restart the service. If I go back here, previously we were having only one server. But if I click on refresh, if you drop down, sir, are you able to see worker number 1, sir? What is the CPU busy here now? What is the CPU busy? 95. So guys, is the concept of how to add worker node clear for all of you? Can you confirm me once? Yeah, great. So now I'm gonna teach this process one more time also. Why? Because already we discussed every concept, whatever I'm gonna teach, I'll teach at least 2 to 3 times in a least case. So now again server 2 is there, sir. Sir, general question, why it reached 95? Just now we install everything, right? So it will have some high CPU utilization, but after some time it is going to come to normal CPU percentage, okay? See, I'm having server number 2 now. Let's do the same process. I'll go to server number 2. And in the server number 2 also, we are going to install node exporter, sir. ed desktop, I'll go to the rest. Oh, wait. I need to copy it properly. So again, I'll go back to my script here. Don't worry, this script I'll send for you. There is nothing to worry. I'll copy this one. See, if you miss the first time, just understand second time how it is working. So the first thing first is, after you create any worker node, the first thing you are going to install is node exporter. Yes, Yogesh, that is public repo. Everybody can use it. Yeah. So now I'm going to install the node exporter. I'll prepare a script here. VIM NE stand for node exporter, and I'm going to give this one. You can see it is installed within 1 second. There you go. It is faster than Helm actually. Okay. So now, sir, after you install node exporter, now as per the nodes, after creating worker node, again we need to go to monitoring server, and again we need to give etc host file. Go here, VIM etc hosts. It is not host, it is host actually. Oh, sorry. I am doing this on the worker node, but need to do the same thing on the monitoring server. In the monitoring server, Now this time you are going to give the public IP address of your server number 2. Either you can give public or private, it's up to your choice. And I am going to give the host name as worker number 2. Sir, once if you done, again go and restart the Prometheus service. Previously, you are able to see worker node 1 and 2 only, right? But if I click on refresh, you can see worker node 1 and worker node 2. Sir, are you seeing worker node 2 here now? You can see main server monitoring dashboard, you can see worker 1, you can see worker 2. So this is how exactly we are going to configure the servers. In the future also, whenever if you want to add any other server, you can add any other server in the same way. So guys, is the concept of how to create worker nodes and how to connect with Prometheus dashboard clear for all of you practically? Can you confirm in chat box all of you once? Yeah. Great. So I'm getting it clear for all of you. That's great. And give me a second. I got a query from online. Just give me a second. Sir, metric server is also used to collect metrics. Then what is the difference between node exporter and server metrics? See, node exporter is going to collect the metrics of the worker node, but metric server is going to collect the metrics of pods and containers, Vishnu. Okay? You are talking about microservice in the metric server point of view. Of course, metric server is going to collect the metrics, but metric server doesn't have inbuilt memory. If you know about Kubernetes, you can go and research. Metric server doesn't have any built-in memory actually. That's it. Fine. So Dinesh, I'll come to your point. Sir, can you only see on main server? Then how it is possible? The question is not clear, Kiran. Okay, fine. Sir, you said the dashboard actually, but I don't like this dashboard. Of course, in this dashboard, you can see CPU utilization here. You can see CPU utilization. You can see the system process information and even you can see the memory information also. But the thing is, I don't like this dashboard, literally. I want to go for other dashboard. Do I have any other option? Of course, we are having some other option also. But the thing is, now I will show you live load actually. See, currently I am monitoring which worker node number 2. System load is 0, sir, but I want to increase the system load. In that case, we have some command actually. Generally, when multiple users, see, give me a second. Generally, when multiple users are going to send the request to the server, ultimately the load is going to increase. But I don't have multiple people here to send the load actually. Of course, we need to have some thousands of requests. So I'm increasing the load manually. In this notes, if you scroll down, I shown how to increase the load also. To increase the load, you need to run the command called Amazon Linux Express install epel. Amazon Linux Extras install epel -1. So once if you install epel, now ultimately it is going to give some load. And I'm installing stress also. Give the command install stress. So guys, you can see previously the system load is literally 0 previously, but now see system load is 28%, CPU is 71%. Give stress, copy the example and give it here. So in real time, when the stress of a server is going to increase, it is how exactly going to look like. Now you can see, sir, I'm going to put auto refresh. By default, your server is going to, your dashboard will refresh for every 1 minute. But if I put auto, automatically dashboard is going to refresh. Or you can put for every 5 seconds also. Now see. You can see, sir, what is the system load here? What is the system load? 500. What is CPU busy? 70%. Whenever CPU busy is 70%, we can trigger the emails also automatically. Okay? So if you want to trigger the email, you need to configure the SMTP server and everything. So guys, are you seeing how much of the CPU and system load is increasing? Can you confirm me? To calculate the average load, we need to run the PromQL. Who asked for this question? Kiran, we can use PromQL language. So this is how exactly the load is going to increase. Okay, so in real time, here you can see how many number of CPUs you are having, how much of EPS volume, how much of RAM, how much of uptime. Uptime is nothing but from how many minutes your server is running. Of course, by default it will show last 24 hours of data, but I want to see last 5 minutes of data. You can filter, you can see last 5 minutes. From the last 5 minutes, how much of CPU is being consumed, how much of memory is being consumed, how much of network traffic is being consumed, how much of disk is consumed. Everything you can see, sir. Everything you can see. Okay. Now I want to see for last 15 minutes. You can see last 15 minutes of data. Like that. So this is how exactly we are going to create the dashboards. Yes, definitely, Sharad. EKS also we can monitor, but for that purpose, we need to install Helm charts actually. From the Helm, we can install. Of course, that is going to be discussed in the upcoming workshop. As of now, I am talking about Linux server monitoring, but definitely I'll tell you how to monitor the microservice application also. I am installing load here manually, Kiran. I am giving load intentionally to show how the loaded dashboard is going to look like in real-time point of view. Definitely, Shekhar. Okay, sir. The thing is, you are telling everything, but my question is, sir, is it the only one dashboard I can use, or do you have any other dashboard also? Guys, you can use lot of dashboards actually. I am giving some IDs. First dashboard ID is 1860. But I want to see one other dashboard in other form. In that case, go to plus symbol, click on import dashboard, give the ID. I will tell you where the IDs are coming from. Click on Prometheus, click on import. Now you can see some other kind of dashboard. Sir, are you seeing the other dashboard here now? It's on different format now. Are you able to see it? Yes, correct. I create first monitoring server, then load to worker servers. So guys, the second dashboard clear for all of you? No, sir, I don't like this dashboard. I want to get one more dashboard. Use third dashboard. I'm having my third dashboard here. The ID is 1471731. I will tell you how exactly I'm getting these IDs. Okay. First of all, let me show the dashboards file. You can see it is a third dashboard. Are you able to see it or not, sir? So what is the CPU utilization, RAM utilization, network traffic, everything. Definitely Surya Prakash, you can use all of these IDs, okay? No, sir, I don't like this dashboard also. I want some other dashboard. Okay, I already shown you 3 different dashboards. Now I'll show you 4th dashboard also. Take the ID, click on load, select Prometheus here, go for import. You can see. So this is the one of the other kind of dashboard what you can see, sir. Okay, and finally I'm gonna show you one other dashboard also. It is 8919. It is amazing dashboard. It is the last dashboard what I'm showing for you. After that we can go for doubts and queries. So if I go for Prometheus now and here click on import, same process. You can see the amazing dashboard right away. You can see there is a Chinese dashboard, right? Of course, sir, I am not able to work with the English. Okay, I'm a BTS fan or I'm a K-drama fan. Go and use this one. Okay, so this is how exactly you can create the multiple dashboards in real-time point of view, sir. Okay, so literally we discussed the 5 dashboards. I will recommend 1860 and 10180. So these are the 2 amazing dashboards from the real-time point of view. So is the concept of how to create dashboards in Grafana clear for all of you? Can you confirm in chat box? All of you online? Okay, clear. Now the main question is, sir, yes, you will get recording, okay? Sir, how you are getting the dashboards? There is a thing called Grafana Cloud actually. In the Grafana Cloud, you can go and search dashboard. For example, if you want to use this dashboard, click on this dashboard. This dashboard will have one ID. Okay, take the ID and use. But again, before you are using, you need to install influx database and you need to install dependency also. Okay, no sir, I don't like this dashboard. I am seeing this is very good dashboard for me. So if you want to use this dashboard, in that case, go here, go for data source, ID, and make sure you install all the dependencies. Remember, whatever the dashboards I am showing you, that dashboard is already prepared by Grafana. So I'm simply going and using the ID and you can get the dashboard. So is the concept of how I'm using dashboard from Grafana Cloud clear for all of you know? Can you confirm me once? Can you confirm once, all of you? Okay, okay, great. Now the final thing is, sir, everybody believe ChatGPT will do lot of stuff actually. Okay, ChatGPT took 40 to 60 minutes, but what I said, it is possible within 30 seconds only. Some people haven't believed, some people believe that one. So what I said is, remember this point, we will speak later. So the thing I want to tell is, now tell me, sir, with the automation of my scripts, is it possible to install any software easily or not, sir? All of you, yes or not? Yes. I want response from all of you. If you give me the response, I'll show you another thing also. I'll show you another thing also. Okay, so I'm getting response. Now I'll ask you one more question also, guys. Try to give me the answer. I think everybody knows about the Tomcat, right? Tell me how much of time it will take to install Tomcat, sir, all of you. Everybody, I want response from all of you. If you give me the response, I will show you another amazing script which you can't believe your eyes. So Sri 5 minutes, Shunil 5 minutes, okay. Chetan 10 seconds, okay. Kiran 2 to 5 minutes. And Anirudh 15 seconds, Shadab 5 to 10 minutes, Sujana 30 seconds, 5 minutes, 10 to 15 seconds, 10 seconds, 5 minutes, 30 minutes. Oh man, 30 minutes are too much. 1 hour. Oh, literally can't believe 1 hour. Guys, trust me, I'm going to give one script for you. If you run that script, okay, Tomcat will be installed within only 1 second. How many seconds, sir? Tomcat installation done in only 1 second. I am asking ChatGPT, first of all. I am asking ChatGPT how much of time required to install and configure Tomcat. See how much of time it will take, sir. In the meanwhile, I'll go to my beautiful script here. Who won the bid? None of them. None of them won the bid. Okay. So I'm going for tomcat.sh. It is my Tomcat script actually. I'm going to copy the script from here. Yeah. If you go here, it is totally taking how much of time, sir? For downloading, installing, configuring, starting. On an average, it's taking 30 minutes of time. See, you can see. Installing and configuration will take 15 to 30 minutes. But trust me, I am going to make this within only 1 second. Only 1 second. Guys, do you really think this Tomcat installation possible within 1 second? Installation and configuration. Tell me all of, is it practically possible, sir? Yes or no? Okay, some people are saying yes, some people are saying no. So the people who said no, ready with your timers. I'm going to run the script here. Just I'm hitting enter. Boom. You can see Tomcat got started. It's installed already. Okay, sir, you are showing just a Tomcat is started, but how can I believe? Right? I'll go to the public IP address of my server. Can anybody tell me port number of Tomcat, sir? Any one of you? 8080, correct. So I'm entering this one. Now you can see my Tomcat is ready. So the username I'm gonna give is Tomcat and the password I'm gonna give is Raham123. I put this password. Now you can see the beautiful dashboard, sir. And for everybody, I am giving this URL to the chat box. Try to access the chat box and let me know whether you are able to see dashboard or not. Everybody, all of you. Hit the URL, sir. Username is Tomcat. Password is Raham123. Let me know whether you are able to access the Tomcat or not. All of you. Okay, so everybody is able to access. That is great. So see guys how much of automation we are going to learn here. So guys, we just take demo. I mean, like I can say it as a teaser. Picture abhi baki hai mera dost. So the thing I want to tell is, guys, with the automation, everything is possible. Okay, the people whoever believe that it is not possible means I want to tell one dialogue. It is a very famous Telugu dialogue. అట్లుంటది మన ధోని. Sorry, sir. It's not that correct dialogue. The correct dialogue is అట్లుంటది మన scripts ధోని. That means whatever the scripts I am using, these are going to be 100% automated scripts and which can install anything within less than 1 second only. So that's the demo, sir. Okay. So I hope so the demo was very clear for all of you. So the thing I want to tell is, so you spent 1 hour of time in the Sunday, I mean, which is your free time actually. I would like to know one thing from all of you. Whatever the time you spent this 1 hour, are you feeling this 1 hour time is worthy? Are you feeling the workshop is very good for all of you? Can you confirm in chat box? How's the workshop for all of you? Everybody, I want to get the response from chat box. Is it good? Is it awesome? Is it super? However you feel, you can give me the response. Guys, I would like to get response from all of you. Why? Because your response is very, very important for me. After this response, I will tell you some amazing thing actually, which is quite incredible to believe. Every millisecond is worth that. That's really great. Okay. Worth Varma, worth. Great. Okay. Okay, so now it is going to be the time for question and queries. Okay, so we are having a lot of time for question and queries. So the people whoever is having the doubts and queries, I always allow you to raise your hand. So you can raise your hand, we can discuss doubts and queries. But before that, I want to tell you one other thing also. See, lot of people are having some misconception about DevOps. Actually, I want to clear the misconception. Guys, in DevOps, lot of people think there is no job for the fresher and experience level. I would like to show you one thing. If you go to my profile actually, see, I'll share my LinkedIn profile too. Give me a second. So guys, it's my LinkedIn URL. All of you copy the URL. What are the scripts and PPTs, and even though, what do we call this one? This recording, everything we are going to share to the LinkedIn. So you can follow me from the LinkedIn. You can send a connection request. So here, I want to tell one other thing actually. So a couple of days, one of my student from the previous batch is completely from non-IT guys, literally from non-IT. After taking the course actually, he got the package of 60. We are going to learn in the course, okay?
Okay. Already batch is going on, or next week it will start, sir? DevOps new batch.
New batch is going to start, Dinesh. Okay?
Next week, sir.
Yeah, next week. I mean, like Monday only, tomorrow.
Okay, sir. Sir, one thing I have asked multiple times. You have login server, right? Without attached file. Can you please show me one thing? Copy the URL and you have login.
Like, you know how to create EC2 instance, Dinesh?
Yes, I know, sir.
Okay, so once you create the EC2 instance, generally you are going to download one PEM file, right? So these all PEM files I'm going to put on the folder called REST. If you open this folder, in this folder are you seeing my PEM files here now?
Yeah, this is the REST. Okay.
REST folder. So once if you open the mobile store, in the mobile store, go to the REST folder. Why I'm going to REST folder? Why? Because I'm going to have every PEM file in the REST folder only. Once if you go to this folder, in this folder I'm having my PEM files, and you can go for SH client. You can see the example, copy the example and paste it right. That's it. Ultimately, our server is going to connect.
Okay.
That's it, Dinesh. Okay, clear?
No.
You can use putty, you can use super putty, you can use
Yeah.
mobile stuff, whatever you want you can use.
Putty I know, but we are working in project super putty, but I am not
Don't use
able
super
to.
putty, use mobile stuff. The reason I'm telling to use mobile stuff, in the mobile stuff, if you are having multi-execution mode. What is the
Okay.
multi-execution mode, If you are having 100 servers, and if you want to run same command in all of the servers, are you seeing multi-exec mode here now?
Okay.
Click on multi-exec mode and give ls.
Okay.
Command is working for all servers, right? You can see ls command is working, pwd is working, okay, and even top command is working. See, whenever if you are having multiple servers and if you want to perform same command in all the servers, don't log into multiple servers, use multi-execution mode. This is the advantage what superput is not having. Okay, hope it is clear. And remaining, whoever you want to speak, you can raise your hands, guys. I'll give unmute option to all of you. Yeah, definitely. Can we use Linux instance on cloud itself like mobile stuff? Yeah, can. But for that purpose, you need to do peering and so on. Okay, a lot of things you need to do. Vishnu, after connecting to mobile stuff, if your terminal is not working properly, if it is disconnecting, go to settings. I will tell you one setting. Go to settings. Go to SSH. Click on keep alert. This need to be active. Might be this is not active for me. For you, click on this one and click on OK. So for the next time, your mobile system is not going to disconnect automatically. Hope it is clear. So for horizontal scaling, if you are doing on Kubernetes, we need to write a manifest file. But you are doing it on AWS, we need to create auto scaling group with launch template Akash. Hope it is clear. Kiran, if you are using Prometheus Grafana, then what is used for ELK or both is? See, let me tell you one thing. Whether if you use Prometheus or Grafana, whether if you use ELK, ultimately both are going to do the same thing. Both can create the dashboards and both can give the logs also. Whatever the logs you are getting from ELK, same kind of logs we can generate from Prometheus Grafana through the help of low-can prompter. Okay, but these are two different tools which are serving for different purposes. Hope it is clear for you, Kiran. And somebody asked me like, what is the difference between Splunk and Prometheus? See, main difference is Splunk. Lot of times they will use for log data collection only and analytics for Splunk. But if you want to visualize the metrics and if you want to collect the metrics, then in that case we are going to use Grafana. But Splunk majorly focus on log collection and business analytics. That's it. Correct, Surya? Log is for logs. What is the main use for ELK? As already said, ELK stands for Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana. So generally, it is the combination of three different tools. Elasticsearch is going to collect the logs and metrics. Let me write them for you. I'll write this for you. Wait. See, Elasticsearch. It is going to primarily focus on log collection only, sir. Logs and metrics. So in the Prometheus, metrics are going to collect by Prometheus. Like I'll write this one also. Prometheus is going to collect metrics. There is a Loki and Prometheus, which is going to collect logs actually. So Logstash is again going to collect the metrics itself. Okay. So I'm not including them here. And lastly, Kibana. What is Kibana? It is going to create dashboards. Analytical dashboard. Here the dashboard is going to create by Grafana. Grafana is going to create the dashboards. So that's it. This is the primary difference from ELK and Prometheus Grafana. Hope it is clear for you, Kiran now. Definitely, Anirudh, definitely need to put the alerting system. So you can put alerting emails for 70% of CPU, 60% of CPU, depend upon your requirement.
So again, one more question, Murali sir, what is fluent used for? So fluent is also going to be one of the log aggregator actually. Okay, how exactly we are collecting logs from different tools? Fluent is also going to collect the logs and it is going to process the data actually. Okay, hope it is clear for you, Murali. Yeah, OpenTelemetry is also one of the like monitoring tool. I mean, we need to call it as observability actually. Same purpose only. Shut up. So if you ask me, what is OpenTelemetry? It is also like one of the free and open source tool actually. What we are going to use in real time. So whatever the things that is going to collect by Prometheus Grafana like logs, metrics. So this OpenTelemetry also going to collect the same thing. It is going to collect logs, metrics, even the like there is one more thing called traces actually. That is also going to collect. But that we are going to call it as observability. Sir, how many days is the code duration? It will take 100 plus working days. That means you can assume simply 4 months it will take, sir. Okay, sir, do you teach telling me OpenTelemetry? No, I'm gonna teach Datadog, Splunk, Prometheus Grafana. These three are enough for monitoring actually, okay? If you learn all of these three, OpenTelemetry is very easy to learn. So still any questions or any queries from you online? Guys, what are the questions you are having? You can ask me freely. YouTube link will be given by tomorrow morning. Why? Because just now the recording is not yet completed, right? After completing the recording, mostly by tomorrow morning, we get the YouTube link, okay? Once the YouTube link is ready, I'm gonna post it to the LinkedIn or we will post it to WhatsApp and Telegram communities, okay? Dinesh, you can speak.
Sir, you have told me right already. I am trying to log in, but it is asking EC2 minus user, sir. That is my problem. Actually, putty only I am logging. So this one in Mobile Extreme, I am not able to log in.
In the class, Dinesh, okay? I'll tell you in the class how to correct it, everything, okay?
Okay.
Guys, I'm not able to get the Telegram channel link here. But this admin is also not responding. I don't know who's the admin for this today's meeting. He's not responding anymore. Wait. Give me a second. Give me a moment, guys. I'll try to get the Telegram channel for him. One second, guys. Wait, I got the Telegram channel link actually. Please try to join in this Telegram channel link, okay? I'm sending to the chat box right now. Okay. Can you confirm me like whether you are able to wait. Guys, can you confirm me whether you are able to join in Telegram channel or not? Yeah, syllabus we will share Telegram channel and your mail, okay? Offline available, Prithvi. From offline also, like you are able to join. Wait. I'll send it to everyone. I send it to admin only. You can check it out now. There's a Telegram link I have shared a couple of times. Please check that whether you are able to access or not. That is a LinkedIn link. Okay. Oh, okay, fine. So still any questions or any queries, online or offline? If you're having anything, you can raise your hand. Yeah, Prithvi, offline is available, Prithvi. Classes will be conducted in both online and offline. Whatever you are comfortable, you can join them.